Hello students, this is Saitosif and today we'll discuss the basic and problem regarding chi-square test. What is chi-square? What is the use of chi-square? And one simple basic one example we'll check out. And finally we'll check that Scilab program. What are different ways we can use a Scilab built-in functionality to check the chi-square test. Okay, first of all, chi-square test is basically used to test the hypothesis. Okay, remember whenever if you are making proposing any system, right, on that one we are making some hypothesis, means this system work like this. Example, the last session we have discussed about t-test, right? In t-test also the company was claiming the average lifetime, the mean lifetime of a LED bulb was 20 months, right? That is one type of hypothesis we are making. Okay, that called a null hypothesis. What we are claiming, what the theory is claiming hypothesis, that is called as a null hypothesis. And opposite to a null hypothesis means a negative hypothesis we call alternative hypothesis. Okay, take an example, the LED bulb itself means that one, the LED, the manufacturer says that one, the mean life of a bulb, LED bulb is 20 months. Okay, so the alternative hypothesis says that one, no, the mean life of the LED bulb is not a 20 months, it is lesser than that one, it is saying that one. So for that one, what we'll do, we will test some population. Okay, we'll take some sample from the population. Example, manufacturer has done 1000 units, but we'll take 100 units for sampling, and we'll do sample on the 100 units, and then we'll perform some test. Okay, example, chi-square test or t-test, right? We'll perform that one. Based on the result, we'll reject any one. Okay, example, if null hypothesis is success, then we'll reject alternate hypothesis. If null hypothesis is got failed, right, then we reject null hypothesis and we accept the alternate hypothesis. This is the actual scenario. So chi-square test is one of the non-parametric test. First, what is non-parametric test is nothing but there will be no assumptions regarding the result or the population. Okay, populations we have, there is no assumptions right now we have done. Okay, or in future also what will happen, we doesn't have any information about the population. We know that sample is this much size, that's it. Okay, this is called non-parametric hypothesis. Okay, chi-square is one of the non-parametric parametric test. Okay, and this is also called distribution free testing. And other type of testing is nothing but the parametric. Yes, if one is non-parametric, then another is parametric test only, right? What is parametric test? Parametric test says that one, assumptions required, or there is some assumptions related to the population or the parameter of population. Example, in t-test we have assumed, right, like 20 months is the mean value. This is our assumption. Okay, what will be the observed one, that is we are going to test. Okay, this we have already done regarding the parametric test. One of the parametric test, t-test, we have done. So now we are checking about chi-square test, one of the non-parametric test. Okay, so this test, chi-square test, is first used by the Carl Pearson in 1990 and donated by the square of Greek letter x square. Okay, square of Greek letter x is nothing but x square. Chi-square test describes the magnitude of discrepancy between the proposed theory and the observation. Means what is the proposed theory we have done and what will be the observation. It's a discrepancy, how much they have different. Okay, in this one, the formula will be in this way. The x square is the, we are donating the x square in this way, and summation of OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. Okay, one by one I will explain you. OI is the original observed value. Okay, what is OI is the observed value. What after doing some test, what value we have observed. Okay, that is the original observed value. And what was the expected value. Okay, what was the our theory was telling, okay, that value it is going to be, we have to calculate this expected value and whole square, and ei is nothing but the expected value only. Here c will denote the degree of freedom. Remember, the degree of freedom will be always the size minus 1, always will be the size minus 1. Okay, I hope you have understood this formula. O is nothing but the observed value, e is nothing but the expected value. Okay, summation of O means the observed value minus expected value whole square divided by e minus 1. E is okay. Now let's check out one problem. Presume you have observed 100 people to see who deposit garbage in a can and who litters it. Means he is not properly depositing the garbage in the can. Means ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. You want to see if there is any difference between based on gender or not. Now we are checking whether it's the littering is based on the gender or not. Means properly depositing the garbage, it depends on gender. Means females are doing good job or males are doing good job, or females are doing littering or litters, or the male are going to litters. Okay, that we are going to check that one. Okay, a person can fall in the following 4 categories: male deposit garbage, male litters, female deposit garbage, female litters. That only, right? So 4 we got it. So in this one, first the black values are you are able to see, right? That is the observed values. Okay, what is the observed values? Female deposits means around 100 tests we have done. Okay, for female deposits they are doing, we have observed totally 25 female depositors. Okay, in 25, 18 doing proper deposit and 7 are not doing properly, means they are litters the garbage. Okay, in males we have observed 75 males and 42 are doing the properly deposits and 33 are doing the litters. Then this is the 18 plus 7 is the total count of this row, and 42 plus 33 is 75 is the total count of this row. If you see total number of depositors, right, 80 it will come. Means it's a sorry 60 is the sum of the total deposit from the male and females. Okay, and 40 is the total litters. Okay, who's doing litter? The female count is 7 and the male count is 33, so it become 40. Now we have to calculate the expected value for depositing. Okay, female, what is the for deposit, what is the expected value, and litter. How we can calculate? We can calculate easily. Okay, the total row into column row into total. Okay, row total and column total into total amount. Total is 100. Okay, if we take female depositors, okay, the row total will be 25 and the column total is 60 divided by 100. Okay, let's calculate this one. One will do. Okay, like that column is 18. Sorry, it's the row total is 25 into 60 is equal to this one and divided by 100, right? So you got it. 15 is the expected value for this female depositor. The same way we will calculate the expected value for the female litters, males deposits and male litters. Okay, this way we are going to calculate the expected value. Once we have got the observed value and expected value, we will apply this formula. Okay, once we apply this formula, it will become like this: 18, okay, expected is 15, 7 expected is 10, 42 expected is 45, 33 expected is 30, and O minus E. First we will calculate O minus E. It will become like this, and square of O minus E will become like this, and summation of all the values become 2. This is the after applying this formula, we are getting this value, right? Now let's apply these values in our Scilab program. So I've already written the Scilab program. So in this one, cumulative distributive function chi-square. Okay, this definition is already providing by the uh, Scilab developers. So this name as cumulative distribution function for chi-square, and in this one, okay, you can get the probability of these two things, okay, of the values. Okay, what difference we are getting? Four values are there, so we are getting the difference will, degree of freedom will be 3, and x, what we got, the x we got as a 2, right? So 2 I have applied. So this is the way I want the P and Q, the probability of success, the probability of failure. Okay, this way we'll get the result. Finally, we'll display the Q and P. Either you can display P first or Q first. It depends on the U. So you can check out Q is coming maximum. Means that one, what observation we have done, right? So the observation, what result we are able to see, that is like ulta, like in this one, the depositors of the ladies, means the females are more, right? Expected value is more, but here we are getting less, right? It is not like this. The value will be higher and expected will be less. So in the Scilab, it will say like this. So we are getting the probability of success is less only. This way we are going to solve the chi-square test in the Scilab. Thank you all for watching this video. If you like this one, please, if you like this informative video, please press the like button.